All right, my name's Ryan. I play drums in Fate Unleashed.
My name is Jordan, and I'm the one and only guitar player in this band of two called Fate Unleashed. It tends to lean into more kind of hard rock, metal. It's fairly melodic, progressive.
It's probably some kind of metal on some level, but also, kind of whatever comes to the top of our brains when we're just jamming. Like, we don't really model the sound after any particular genre or artist or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm always interested to hear what Ryan can come up with. I mean, sometimes I'll give him some input here and there, like what I might have in mind, but for the most part, I just, let him, do what he does best and, give him input, how much I like what he's doing.
Yeah, we met on Craigslist because I had moved here and I was trying to find my community of musicians because I played music and jammed with people for my whole life and I didn't know anybody here, so I was just like looking on Craigslist who wants to just start a band. Yeah, I've always been into the stuff that Jordan comes up with. Like since we when we first jammed, he was playing bass, and I didn't even know we had another guitar player that we had met, and I didn't even know he played guitar. But it didn't work out with that other guy, and we kept jamming, and he started playing guitar, and I pretty much always have been into it. Like it's just got this energy, and I feel like it's got enough structure and energy to inspire me on drums, but still lots of room to do whatever I want, which, yeah, that's the main perk of this project for me, is we just get to like do what we want.
Although I think I've always wanted to play guitar, but it was very much, suppressed, early on, because, didn't have the money for a guitar and all that. And plus, piano was more encouraged, but I even took piano lessons for a year, but I hated it because, I wanted to play guitar. It wasn't until, I really took that desire into my own hands that I finally got myself a guitar. Although it was, in retrospect, it was a terrible first guitar, but, because of that, I finally got, a real guitar, which a Fender Strat I borrowed for like a year or two, and basically just taught myself to play slowly but surely.
Yeah, we're trying to record more, trying to play more. I mean, my main priority for this project is to have fun playing drums. It's very cathartic to play this kind of music because I can do more or less what I want and hit as hard as I want.
I would think it would. I think it really it's kind of more like I'll come up with something. Like oftentimes, since, I got neighbors and all that, I'll have to play the riff without, any effects or anything, like acoustically. And it gives me something to look forward to. Okay, I want to hear how this riff sounds, on the JC, going full blast, not holding back.
Whenever I hear drums and guitar parts, interlocking and playing off one another, I think it's really cool. It's something that Braun Daler in Mastodon does a bunch, and I've heard him talk about it in interviews and how he grew up like jamming with guitar players and no bass player, and didn't realize that the drums were supposed to lock in with the bass and not the guitar. Like I was saying earlier, like it's enough inspiration to like put my brain in motion. Without that, yeah, I'd be a little lost. So it's nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we don't really have any strategy. We just hang out and play music. Yeah.